Wilson Rams Crusaders. Going to be starting it off here in a moment. Got to set up one more camera, adjust the angle on a few. We should be good to go here in second. I got to adjust my audio too. Ralston Rams and the Crusaders going to be taking off here in just a second. So hang tight. Charlie Ortiz getting things started here for Ralston. First pitch to Charlie is going to be strike one. Going to get the scoreboard up here momentarily. Got to understand, we can't have a game without there being some kind of a scoreboard issue, right? Ball two for Charlie, 2-1 pitch. It's going to be a foul ball by Charlie Ortiz. 2-2 coming up for him here in top of the first. It's going to be a hit down the first base line. He's going to be able to field it. Run over to score out number one here for Ralston.
Now batting, number 7, Zach Elam.
As you heard there, Zach Elam's coming up. So, first pitch to Elam's going to be a ball. Second ball inside. Second pitch is a ball inside for Zach Elam. Got 3-0 pitch for Zach. Correction. Got 3-1 here for Zach Elam. It's going to be inside. Ball four. Zach's going to take his base on that bad boy right there.
Now batting, number 18, Felix Valavara.
That's going to bring up Felix Valavara to the plate. See if he can get something going here for Ralston. Top of the first, one down. Runner at first for Ralston. Zach goes. He's going to make it to second safely. That pitch going to be inside ball 2. Swing on and miss by Felix. 2 balls, 1 strike for him. 1 down, runner at second. It's going to be a hit foul down the third baseline. That's going to bring the count 2-2 for Felix Valavara. Another foul ball for Felix. Felix going to take his base on that one there, so we have runners at the corners.
Now batting, number
Zach Elam was able to make it.
Razgarshek.
That's going to bring up Henley Razgarshek to bat. Trying to trick Felix into running over to second. Felix goes, makes it. First pitch to Henley was a ball. Looks like coach is out to have a little conversation with his pitcher. Two balls, 1 strike for Razgarshek. 1 out here. Runners at second and third. It's going to be a foul ball, bringing the count to 2-2. Still trying to fart around and get this stupid scoreboard up for everybody here. See if I can make it happen here. Definitely in between innings, that's for sure. That's 2 games in a row now that Henley's absorbed a shot there.
Now batting, number 8, Elijah Hamill.
With 1 down here, Elijah Hamill's on deck. Up the bat with Cal Deese on deck. See if we can get something happening for Ralston. First pitch to Eliza is going to be a ball. Second delivery is going to be a ball outside. Good pitch delivered to the center there. Elijah swings underneath it for strike 1 with 2 balls, 1 strike for Elijah. And at second, Jack W. at short, Quentin Z. at third. Backing him up is Milo C. In left field, Russell T. In center, Raymond R. In right, with Sam M. behind the plate calling the shots, and Graham P. delivering the fire on the mound. Another foul ball there from Elijah. 2-2 pitch, keeping himself alive. One down here in the top of the first. It's going to be a hit right over to the second baseman. It's going to get under his glove, so they're going to send another. 2 runs will score. They're going to bring they're bringing Hanley around. He's going to get it to third. Elijah makes it to first. Ball just gets under the second baseman's glove for 2 runs to score here in the top of the first. Cal Deese will come up to plate for Ralston. Nixon Jacobson's on deck. Still only 1 down here, the top of the first. That ball's going to be high, and Elijah's going to take second easily.
Now batting, number 13, Cal Deese.
That one's going to be high inside. Ball 2. .3-0 pitch here for Cal. 3-0, let it go. Calls that one a strike, but it's 3-0, let it go, man. You don't ever swing on a 3-0 ball, strike or not. The only time you ever do that if you're guaranteed, you're roided up, you're juiced enough to put it over the fence every time. That's going to be strike 2 for a full count. Good sized field we have going on here. It looks like it's 300 down left and right. I'm going to assume about 340 down center. That's going to be ball 4. Bases are loaded. Nixon Jacobson's coming up. If there's a batter that has some unseen potential power, it's him right here. However, he seems to get ahead of it all the time, so he kind of drives it out the third base side. If he was able to just straighten it out and put his butt cheeks in there, I could see that bouncing off Old Glory out there in left field. That one's going to be high for ball 1. It's going to be a hit into left field. Nixon Jacobson's going to get a single. They're holding him up at third. So he's going to advance the runners, and that's going to be an RBI single for Nixon. That's going to bring up Callan Smith here.
Now batting, number 6-7, Callan Smith.
Colin Jankowski's on deck. That pitch is going to be a ball, the 1-1 pitch here. Two-one pitch here. It's going to be a foul ball by Callan down first base side there. So we have 2-2 pitch coming up. Only 1 down, top of the first. Bases are juiced. Red Rocket Colin Jankowski's up on deck there. Get him in there. Ball's going to be wide, ball 3, full count ball coming up here, top of the first. And funny enough, I got the scoreboard up. I just got to get it set. Colin Smith's going to watch that one for strike 3. That's out number 2 here for Ralston.
Now batting, number 27, Colin Jankowski.
Getting a pinch runner in for Elijah Hamill's going to get his armor on. So we now know who's going to be behind the plate here when Rams take the field. It's going to be inside for Colin Jankowski. Colin riding high off of a nasty diving catch to close out an inning last night, like a true pro. So watch that one for strike one. 1-1 pitch coming up here for Jankowski. Jason Wilson Jr. on deck. Good on swing for foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's going to be strike 3 for Colin, which is going to do it for the Rams. However, they were able to put 3 on the board here in the top of the first. We'll see if they can come out defensively and stop the Crusaders here in the bottom of the second. We'll be back right here momentarily. Till then, enjoy a little silence. Duran Duran, you know, yeah. So I'm going to shut up. Jason Wilson Jr. on the mound here for Ralston. First pitch is going to be a strike, number 1 for Wilson. Rams infield is going to be Henley Razgorchek at first, Cal Deese at second, Charlie Ortiz at shortstop, Felix Valavara at third. And again, Elijah Hamill behind the plate here for Ralston. That's going to be a chopper over to Cal. He's going to get it over to first base and record out number 1. For Ralston, backing them up in the outfield, going to be Nixon Jacobson doing something in left field there. And then Colin Jankowski in center, and Callan Smith holding up the fort and right. It's going to be a pitch right over to Charlie, fields it up, makes the throw over to Henley, makes the stretch. He's on his way down, and I got to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see something. Look where the umpire is. You don't normally see that, This umpire followed the play down to first, so he was able to make the call at the bag. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call quality umpiring. Are they going to make all the perfect calls? No, he's a young guy, but that right there is superb athleticism, and he's into the game. That pitch is down for Wilson, ball number 1. Got 1 ball, no strikes for Wilson. He's going to drop that one in. Up, that had bounced off his ankle. A timeout here, foul ball. That always hurts. That's never fun. He put that right down onto his ankle. Give the young man time to feel that up there. Got the 1-1 pitch here. Raymond R here up to bat for the Crusaders. It's going to be a hit down to the left field. That goes foul. They're going to call that one a strike. Long strike there for Raymond. Walking it off, fouled one down into his ankle. Never a good time. Got to tell you, I actually absolutely do like these guys' uniforms. Like the black with the stripes and everything. It looks real cool. Nice, classy. Looks real nice. We got the 1-2 pitch from Wilson here. Foul that off. Staying alive up there for the lefty. Gonna be outside on that one. Strike 2, or ball 2. I expanded the strike zone for the umpire there. It was outside, and I said strike 2. But he already has a strike 2 for 1. And that was a ball. Clearly a ball. Full count ball here for Wilson. Comes set. Walks that batter. Raymond R is going to take base on ball 4. That's going to bring up Emmett H. Call that one ball 1. Going to call that one ball 2. Got 2 balls, no strikes for Wilson. Delivers that one for strike 1. Got 2 balls, 1 strike for the lefty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes. Ball's going to be down, so we got a full count pitch here. Raymond's able to get the second safely. 2 down here in the bottom of the first with a full count pitch for Wilson. It's going to be a hit over, just over Henley Razgorshak's head. Out there to Callan, who's going to grab it. They're going to send the runner around to score. We got 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Good solid hit just over the first baseman's head there, out into the outfield. Able to get the run around. Even though Raymond blasted himself in the ankle, he was able to turn that real quick and run through pretty fast. Runner goes. First pitch by Wilson's going to be strike 1. Nobody holding the runner on. There goes Cal. It's going to be a hit over. Charlie gets by Felix, gets by Charlie. They're going to send the runner home. Nixon brings the throw in a little offline. And the runner's able to make it to second. So ball gets by the third baseman and the shortstop. He's out there. Nice try by Nixon, a little off the throw mark. Good throw though, good effort. Strike 1 by Wilson. Michael in up to bat for the Crusaders. Thinking there, no balls, 2 strikes for Wilson. Here comes the 0-2. Going to be just low, ball 1. That's going to be the first strikeout for Wilson in this game. And that's going to do it for them in top bottom of the first. However, on 2 really good hits, Crusaders were able to come in there and put 2 on the board. The Rams are coming in the top of the second, up by 1. Rams are 3. St. Column killed 2. See if the Rams can get their bats going here in the top of the second. Wilson has a hit over to second. It gets underneath the glove. Wilson's going to make it to first, so the first pitch delivery there. It's going to be a single for Wilson. So with that, the Rams have a runner on.
Charlie Ortiz.
See, this is the benefit right here, ladies and gentlemen, too, of not having a net field. Look at the clarity. Look at the clarity. Going to be a pinch runner for Jason Wilson here. They have Colin Jankowski come in. Now going to bring up Charlie Ortiz. Colin goes to second. He's going to make it there easily. Stolen base for Jankowski. Going to third, Collins on his way. And he's going to make it there easily to third as well. Good throw by the catcher. Wasn't able to hang on to it there to third base. So with that 2 stolen bases, puts Collins in the scoring area. The nice window, another point on the board for Ralston. We got 1 ball, 1 strike for Charlie. He's going to pop one into right field. That's going to go, that's fair ball. Charlie's heading in for extra bases. Collins going to score. And that's going to be a double for Charlie Ortiz. That's going to Zach Elam here with nobody down in the top of the second with Charlie Ortiz on base. Trying to play whoop-de-doo out there at second, and they weren't able to get him. That one going to be inside on Zach Elam. Zach's 0 for 1 today with a walk in the first. I guess 0 for 0, honestly. First at bat was a walk. That pitch going to be fouled off for strike 1. I'm not seeing any changes. Maybe a second for St. Column kill. I'm not sure. It's going to be a hit right up the middle. Second base is able to scoop that up. Going to drop it over. Get the out at first, however, they move Charlie Ortiz over to third base. So a sacrifice there to move the runner along. Get him into potential scoring position here, and that's going to bring Felix Talavera up with 1 down here in the top of the second. That pitch going to be just low on the outside. Felix walked his last at bat. Fouls that one off for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike for Felix. Got 2 on wall, gets by him. However, they're going to keep Charlie third. Too deep of a backstop here at Crusader Field. That's going to be a hit into left field. That's going to come down now. A run will score. And Felix is going to make it over to first. A good heads-up base running, just wasn't able to make it there. And with that being said, though, the run did score. And you know what else I realized? I haven't adjusted the scoreboard to get that up for you. I promise I'll do that in between this inning. I had to smash an entire bag of Twizzlers. You know my weakness on that. Henley Razorjack up to bat. Walked his last at bat. First to Henley is going to be a ball. Inside ball 2. Actually, correction, Henley didn't walk last time. He got his second nugget. 2 games in a row, Henley's been hit. See if he can get out of this at-bat without getting hit by the ball. Gonna take that one low. 3 balls, no strikes here. That's going to be high. Ball 4. Henley's going to make it to first on 4 straight balls. 2 down here in the top of the second. Ralston still got an opportunity here with a runner on. And that's going to bring up Elijah Hamill here. See if he can move the batters around the lines. Elijah's 1 for 1 today. Henley takes the lead at first. Henley goes. It's going to be wide. Throw comes in. Henley's able to make it there on time. So stolen base for Raz. And the first pitch to Elijah is going to be a ball. Short lead for Henley. Gosh dang, see. Got to get that VM46 so I can take one of these cameras and zoom a tighter shot in a second. It's going to be inside there. Henley's going to third. He's making his way there. He was under it. Or the baseman dropped the ball. I didn't exactly see it from my angle here, but they called him safe. That's going to be 2 balls for Elijah. Razgorshek's in scoring position once again for Rams. Ball number 3, pitch number 64 for Graham. Four straight balls. That's going to be Elijah Hamill on first. That's going to bring up Cal Deese.
Now batting, number 13, Cal.
Ralston here with the corners. Coach is going to have a little conversation with his pitcher. Might have a pitching change coming up here, being that Graham is so deep in the rolls. Yep, we're going to have a pitching change here. So we'll give St. Columkill the opportunity to get themselves warmed up, and we'll see what the Rams are going to get done here momentarily. I'll get to working on this scoreboard actually in between this. First pitch is going to be a strike. Second pitch going to be a strike 2 for Cal Deese. New pitcher for St. Columkill's, Asher M. It's going to be a hit in the right center field. That's going to come down for Cal. 2 runs are going to score on that one. Cal's going to get a single out of that, but 2 runs. Ball gets by him. But Cal Deese with a hit and 2 more runs for Ralston. Still 2 down with Nixon Jacobson on deck. I mean, up there. And Callan Smith on deck. We're going to see if we can get something done here for the Rams in this inning. First pitch by Asher is going to be a strike. 30 seconds, a little off. Shortstop not able to get to it. However, Cal's going to hang tight. And again, I want to point out again, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but the umpire's very mobile. I appreciate that when you got an umpire that runs down to get his face in the action so he can make a more accurate call. It's going to be low, ball 1. He's got the 1-1 pitch here for Nixon. 2 down, top of the second. Runner goes. Cal's going. He was slowing down before he got to the bag. He was able to get there, fortunately, but whew. Nixon belts one in the right field up into the air at center field. And he's not able to catch it. The sun was in the center fielder's eyes, so Nixon's able to get in there. He put that up into the stratosphere. Elon Musk made a phone call, brought it down, and unfortunately he wasn't able to make contact with that one. So with that being said, Callan Smith's now able to come up to bat for Ralston, and a run does score, so Nixon's an RBI for that one. They caught Nixon asleep at the wheel there for a little bit. Oh, they're going to catch him on that one. But damage was done in that inning. Ralston was able to put 5 on, making the score 8. Ralston, St. Columkill, see if they can get their defense out there and keep them on hold. We'll be right back. Will change the field for Ralston. Zach Elam behind the plate now. A hit over into left field, right side, out of bounds for long strike 1. Russell T up for St. Columkill. Late release on that one, ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Wilson. It's going to be another foul ball. He's behind these pitches here. That one's going to go out here behind home plate. Mad dash for the kids to get the ball. Got the 0-2 pitch coming up here for Wilson. It's going to be a hit up the middle. It's going to get by the second baseman. Collins there. Get the ball, get it into his fielder. Get the ball back up to Wilson. Runner at first on that one. Runner goes. Ball 1 by Wilson. Runner at second. Asher M at the plate. Inside, ball 2. Beautiful thing about Nebraska, when we're going to have extreme weather changes, we have extreme wind. Runner at third, no outs. It's going to be a hit over to shortstop Charlie. It's going to make the throw, get the out at first, but a run will score. However, we have 1 down here in the bottom of the second for Ralston. With that run scoring, it actually makes life a little bit easier for the fielders. There's nobody out there. Just concentrate on the plate. Sam M up to bat for St. Columkill. First pitch going to be inside, ball 1. The foul ball here, and that's going to go into the swamp. I think that's a goner. Rhea. The 1-1 over to Charlie Ortiz, who's able to scoop it up, make the throw over to Henley, and he's there to make the catch for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. Just like that, Ralston has 2 outs. Nobody on. Graham P up to bat for St. Columkill. It's going to be a hit just over the shortstop's head into left center. Jankowski's there. Makes the throw to his cutoff man. And they're able to get the ball in. But Graham's going to make it to first for St. Columkill, and they have a runner on with 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Runner goes. Pitch is high, ball 1. You're eating something. It's going to be outside, ball 2. And 2 balls, no strikes here for Wilson. Comes set, runner goes. It's going to be a little chopper over to Cal Deese. Going to scoop it up, shoot it over to Henley. Is able to get the out. And with that, they're able to get out of the inning. However, one run does score for St. Columkill. So we go into the top of the third. Rams 8, St. Columkill 3. See if Ralston can keep their bats running here and put a little bit more of a buffer on this. We'll be back here in a little bit.
Now batting, number 6-7, Callan Smith.
Callan Smith up to bat for Ralston. Colin Jankowski on deck. Colin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to him from Asher is going to be strike one. It's going to be ball 2 for Callan. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike for Callan. That's going to be strike number 2. 2-2 pitch here for Callan Smith. Be a foul ball by Callan. Two here for Callan Smith. Still no outs for Ralston. It's going to be a hit over to. Yep, another foul ball there for Callan Smith. Called that one strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts looking for Callan Smith today.
Now batting, number 27.
Coming to bat's going to be 27, Colin Jankowski. Jason Wilson Jr. on deck for Ralston. Chopper in the infield. It's going to be an overthrow, and Colin's going to make it the first easily on the overthrow from a shortstop. Dead ball. They're going to get Callan. Ball went out.
Try to be more like Jesus, pick up the pieces so he can redeem it. Follow the sequence of digging, depleted, the ball that is evil, I stick to the code.
Wilson 1 for 1 today. Holding them on base. Collins making his way to third. He's going to slide in. Thought I hit that camera. Apparently I didn't. Going to slide in. The throw's going to be a little high, and he's going to make it. First pitch to Wilson. Just missed it. Strike number 1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike for Wilson. That's going to be down low, ball 2. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be high, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike for Wilson. Head in the count for the lefty. Fouled it off to stay alive. Strike 2, full count pitch. Runner at third, 1 out here for Ralston. The pitch is going to be outside, ball 4. Ball gets by the catcher. Collins going to make his way in. Wilson was watching the activity.
Now batting, number 15.
He's down there getting his butt chewed out by the coach now. He's going to bring up Charlie Ortiz to bat. 1 for 2 today. A couple of these guys got some balls down there. They're just covered in mud. Gonna have to dry those things out before they ever decide to use those bad boys. You should see these balls, ladies and gentlemen. Just covered in mud. They're black balls. You should see them. Handfuls. They got handfuls of black balls over there that they brought up from the creek down below. They're gonna have to rinse those bad boys off and let them sit out to dry before they get white again and able to be used. Pinch runner for Wilson's Callan Smith. Runners. First pitch, Charlie was strike 1. Callan takes the lead off first, short lead. It's going to be a hit foul down the right field side. It's going to leave the stadium. It's going to be a ball. Runner goes. He doesn't slide, but he's able to make it there safely because he drops the ball. Some of these guys need to really get on that slide game. So he's able to make it there safely on second for a drop ball. It's going to be a stolen base for Callan. 1-2 for Charlie. It's going to be a hit to the shortstop. He's going to field it up, make the throw to first. He's able to get him out. However, he advances the runner to third. So another run is in position for Ralston. With that, there's 2 down here for Ralston in the top of the third. Zach Elam comes up to bat. Runner on third, potential another scoring run for Ralston. Be a foul ball for Zach. Got the 0-1. It's going to be a chopper right back to the pitcher. He's going to get it. Simple underhand throw to first base. Finish the inning. Rams leave one on, but a run does score, bringing the score 9 Ralston, 3 St. Columkill. So we're going to come to the bottom of the third and see if they can get something done here defensively. We'll be back shortly. New pitcher for Ralston, Colin Jankowski taking over. Couple of changes in the field for Ralston. Jason Wilson Jr. over to first. Felix Valavar over to second. Charlie Still at short with Henley now at third. And Elijah Hamill behind the bag. One ball, one strike for Jankowski. No more changes in the field except for Kyle Deese moves out to center. Nixon Jacobson still in left with Callan Smith still in right. That pitch is going to be low, ball 2. It's going to be a pop-up into the infield. Felix Valavar is going to call it, get under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third for Ralston. Milo C. was up to bat there. To Felix Valavar. Quentin Z in there now up for St. Columkill. First pitch to him is going to be a strike. Going to be low, ball 1 on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike for Colin. Quentin 0 for 1 today. On deck, Mandar, who scored for Columkill in the first inning after blasting his ankle out. Elijah Hamill, Colin Jankowski working on ground balls on the pitcher's mound. Got the 2-2 pitch here. Got full count pitch for Colin. Ball 4. St. Column kill runner on. It's Raymond R. up the bat for Felix. Just making his way over to second slowly. Really not able to get to it. Caldees was stopped the ball from going any further into the outfield. First pitch to Raymond was a strike. He walked his last at bat. Quentin at second. Quentin goes to third. Ball's going to get underneath Henley's glove, and he's going to make it safely home on a pass ball third. Run scores. One ball, one strike for Colin here. No runners in the field right now. Colin delivers that one just a little outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Late release on that one for ball number 3. Colin behind count 3-1. Going to throw that one low for ball 4. It's going to bring up Emmett H. 1 for 1 today. It's going to be outside ball 1. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Two balls, no strikes here for Colin. Three balls, no strikes. Three balls, one strike for Colin here on Emmett H. 2 straight walks for Colin Jankowski. Runners at first and second. Bennett B is 1 for 1 today for St. Column kill. Swing on and miss on that one, strike 1. Runner at second's making a look. He's going to take third. Looking for his pitch. Be high outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Colin. Gonna call that one strike 2. Got 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Colin Jankowski. Runner at first, runner at second for St. Column kill. Swing on and a miss on that one for strike 3. That's out number 2 there for Ralston. A first strikeout for Colin in his outing so far. 2 down here for Ralston. Runner at first, runner at second. Michael N stepping in, who's 0 for 1. Sure, he struck out his last at bat. Swing on and a miss on that one, strike one. The count, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here, and bottom of the third. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Runner still at first, second. Fielder's not holding him on. There's no reason. Colin gets him looking. That's going to be strikeout number 2 for Jankowski. Going to get the Rams out of the inning, leaving 2 on for St. Column. However, they were able to score 1, bringing the score. Ralston 9, St. Columkill 4. We're going to go to the top of the 4th.
Now batting, number 18, Felix Valavara.
That's going to bring inning for Ralston. Felix trying to get something going here for Ralston. First hit's going to be right up the middle. Felix is digging in, making his way over to first. He's going to get there easily for the first pitch, first hit of the inning. First batter is going to be a single. Now Henley Razgorshek's coming up to bat again. Henley was hit by pitch and walked last inning. Felix makes it to second on a wide throw by the first baseman. It's dropped by the second baseman, so he's able to make it second. Good dig by Felix. Ran his butt off there. That's what got him onto the base. Henley hits one into center field. He's going to get his head. Henley's going to make it to second. He's going for extra bases. They're sending Felix around. Henley's going for a triple. They're sending Henley to the triple there, and they're going to hold him up. And Henley gets an RBI triple here. The top of the 4th.
Now batting, number 8, Elijah Hamill.
That's going to bring up Elijah Hamill. No outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner at third. Bennett B looks like he took over at second base, and Michael N moved out to left field. Asher M still on the mound for St. Columkill. 32 pitches so far. Foul tip right there for Elijah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's going to be a hit in the left center field. It's going to get by it. Elijah's going to get the first, and really, Henley's going to score. Elijah's going for a double, and he's going to get one. A stand-up double RBI for Elijah Hamill. Still nobody out here in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, number 13.
He's going to bring up Cal Dees.
If you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Pass ball there. Elijah's going to make it over to third. Cal's going to pop one up into left center. Left field is not going to make it. It's going to get by the fielder there. And Elijah, with heads-up play, was standing on the back ready for that, and he was able to come in first. So Cal's able to make it to first. Still no outs for Ralston, and Nixon Jacobson's coming up to bat with Callan Smith on deck. I was just told that my my audio is not loud enough, so you need to make sure I turn it up. So everybody gets to hear me a little bit better now. I'll turn myself up. Ben's playing with the organ music again. Got a new pitcher coming in here for St. Columkill. Bennett Beast pulled in from right field. And Asher M's heading over to shortstop. See what Bennett can get done here for St. Columkill. They're down. No outs here for Ralston. Nixon Jacobson's coming up to the plate for Ralston. See if he can get something done here for the boys today. Showing bunt. Pulls that one back for strike one. Just behind that one, Nixon was there for strike number two. Now makes the second. Nice to see him run through the bag, slide if he can, slows down, gets my heart rate up, Cal. Here's the 0-2 to Nixon. Runner goes. There we go. Now a slide to third. He's able to make it over there safely. Oh. They called him out. Okay, well, they called him out there. Out at third, apparently. 0-2 for Nixon. 1 ball, two strikes. I'm sorry, it's 2-2 now. 2-2 for Nixon. 1 down here for Ralston. Nixon's 2 for 2 today. His last at bat had a chopper into the outfield. Swung on a high pitch there for strike number 3. First strikeout for Bennett. Out number 2 for Ralston. It's Callan Smith coming up to bat for Ralston here with Colin Jankowski on deck. Callan 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts looking today. Looking to make something happen here in the top of the 4th. Calls that one strike 1. Strike 2, Callan Smith. Be inside ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes here. 2-2 for Callan. Two down here in the top of the 4th. Callan swings late on that one for strikeout number 3. Third out here in the top of the 4th to close everything down. To see if Ralston defense can come out and put a stop to this. Change in the field for Ralston. Looks like Zach Elam's behind the plate for the Rams. That looks like the only change in the field so far. Colin Jankowski still in the bump. Ball 1. Damn. Be a foul ball. It's good hustle by Zach Elam there. Got the 2-1 pitch for Collins. Going to be inside 3 balls. Ball 4, it's going to be a walk for Colin. St. Colin Kill has a runner at first. Russell T out there. Russ T was 1 for 1 on the bat today. Asher M's up here, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Runner goes. And calls strike 1. Russell's able to make it. Second. Runner advances to third. Going to get there uncontested. 1 ball, 1 strike for Colin. Swing on and a miss there for Asher. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing on and a miss on that one. Zach gets up to get it. Not able to make the catch, not able to hang on to it. So runner going to get this base safe on a drops here in the bottom. Runner goes. Strike 1. There for Sam M. Keeping himself alive. Still no outs here for Ralston in the bottom 4th. Runner second and third. Going to be a hit over to Felix. He's going to throw wild to first. And 2 runs are going to score on a wild throw by Felix Valavara. Good backhand attempt, but threw off of his heels. Pitch going to be high, ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be a foul ball on that one. Sam Emmett second, Graham P. up to bat. 1 for 1 today. Three balls, 1 strike. No outs here for Ralston. Full pitch coming up for Colin Jankowski. Colin hits the batter. Now we have runners at the corners for St. Column kill. St. Column kill. Inside, ball 2. Low, ball 3. 3 straight balls by Colin Jankowski. Called that one a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Colin needs to take his time come set. He's just moving fast. Called that one strike 2. Got him out at third. Ralston's able to get out number 1 at third on a great throw by Jack. Behind the plate there. Full count ball for Colin. Just like that, 2 outs for Ralston. And strikeout by Colin Jankowski, third of the game. Runner at second. It's going to be a chopper back to Colin. He's going to jump it over to Jason. Able to get the out at third and get out of that inning. However, 4 runs scored for Colin kill there. Going into the top of the 5th, Ralston 12. Colin kill 7.
Now batting, number 27, Colin Jankowski.
First ball to Colin's going to be ball number 1. Wilson on deck. It's going to be a hit to the shortstop. He's going to bobble it. Jankowski's going to make it there easily. And just like that, Ralston has a runner.
Now
Wilson
batting,
Jr. up bat.
Wilson Jr.
Colin was 1 for 2 today. Make that 2 for 3. Wilson with a hit and a walk so far in the game. Runner goes. It's going to be wide. Ball number 1. Colin's going to make it second, standing up on a wild pitch by Bennett. No outs for Ralston so far. Second batter of the inning. Wilson behind that one. Will be fouled off to the third base side. 1 ball, 1 strike for Wilson. That one's going to be outside ball 2. 1 strike for Wilson. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner second. Rams lead by 5 here in the top of the 5th. It's going to be inside. Ball 4. Wilson gets walked.
Now batting, number 15, Charlie Ortiz.
Going to bring up Charlie Ortiz to bat. It's going to be a hit down to third. It's going to underneath the third baseman's glove. They're going to send Colin home. Charlie's going to get a base hit there. Runners at first and second.
Now batting, number 7, Zach Elon.
Williams, tonight we steal the road.
Zach Elam up the bat. 0 for 2 today. Little chopper and I believe a walk. And another little chop. I can't remember what it is. It's going to be a pop-up over to the right side here. Not going to be able to get to it in time. 1 ball, 1 strike for Elam. Runners at first and second. Strike 2 on a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Ralston. 22 pitches so far for Bennett on the mound. Holding the runner on at second. Gonna watch that one for strike 3. Out number 1 for Ralston. That's going to bring Felix Valavar bat. 2 for 2 today.
Now batting,
With runners in scoring position
Felix
for Ralston.
Valavara.
Me inside for ball number 1 on Felix. Another beautiful day for baseball here in St. Columkill. Inside for ball 2. Be wide. They send runners. Wilson gets the third. Not slide. Runner at second and third on a pass. Ball 3 balls, no strikes for Valavara. That's going to be ball number 4. That's going to bring up Razgershek. 1 down with
Batting, number
bases
9,
loaded.
Razgershak.
Bases loaded for Henley. Watch that one for strike one. There's the pitch. That one's ball one. 1-1 pitch for Henley. Bases loaded, one down here for the fifth. It's going to be inside. Henley already got hit once in this game. Seems to be a ball magnet the last couple of games here. He's got the 2-1 for Henley. Inside ball three. Nobody goes. No reason to risk it. Bases are juiced. 3 balls, 1 strike here for Henley. Henley cranks one into left center field. Slides in, and Razgorshek gets a 2-run single to a screamer into left center field. That's going to bring up Elijah Hamill with one down here in the top of the fifth. Runners at the corners. Felix Valavara at third, Henley Razgorshek at first. 32 pitches for Bennett so far. Henley goes. It's going to be high, ball one. Elijah's 2 for 2 today. Looking to go 3 for 3. Runners in scoring position. 1 down. Foul ball. Munched a bag of Twizzlers. Getting myself through it with Alani New. Pink slush, good flavor of Alani New. If you haven't had it, no crash. It's a good energy drink. It's the pitch. Three balls, 1 strike for Elijah.
Now batting, number 13, Cal D.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Elijah Hamill walked on that one there. It's going to bring Caldice up. First pitch is going to be a ball. 39 Bennett. Trying to catch Elijah there. Unfortunately, not able to get him. Kept the runners at third. And again, the bases are juiced for Cal. Be a foul ball. 3 balls, 1 strike for Cal Deese. Only 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Oh, got to give ourselves. Oh, that's going to be a pop-up in the left field. Not going to be able to catch it. They were going to catch it, but Felix had tagged up and brought a run in. That run was sponsored by Grandma Jerry. Here you're watching up there, north of the Omaha lines. Thanks for tuning in on the YouTube. Something about burritos and Cheetos here for Nathan Jacobson. It's a Burritos Cheetos song. I don't know. Unique. Pitch high, ball 1. Run first and second. 2 down for Ralston. That's going to be inside low for ball 2. 44 pitches for Bennett B in his outing here. Got a miss by Nixon. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Nixon. I'm getting chewed up out here, I tell you. It's going to be a hit to right, the left field. That was dropped there. It's going to get Henley across the line. So Nixon gets himself an RBI double into left field out there.
Now batting,
That's going to bring up Callan Smith. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Callan's 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts. Looking to turn the tables around. First pitch going to be inside ball 1. High, ball 2. Colin Jankowski's on deck for Ralston. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. So watch for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pass ball there. Didn't send Elijah. Nixon Jacobson hanging out on second. Callan Smith watched that one for 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Callan Smith. It's going to be a hit over to the shortstop. It's going to bounce and bobble off of his leg. Callan Smith's going to make it to first. They're going to send the runners home, and 2 more runs will score on an RBI single by Callan Smith. 2 down here, the top of the 5th. Colin Jankowski's up to bat. Coach is going to come out and have a conversation with his pitcher. So Jankowski's up to bat, and Wilson Jr. is on deck. So we'll see what Ralston can get done here with 2 down left in the top of the 1st. So we'll keep it rolling. Looks like they're going to have a pitching change here for St. Columkill. So we'll be right back shortly after that. Quentin Z on the mound here for St. Columkill. Colin Jankowski showing bunt. Pulls bunt. Oh, he does not pull it in time. Gets strike one. Next pitch by Quentin's going to be strike two. So just like that, we have strikes. Colin. It's going to be a hit over to the second baseman. He's able to pick up, field it, make the throw to first. And he's going to beat Colin there by a half a step, which will be the end of the inning for Ralston. However, they extended their lead. Ralston 19, St. Columkill 7. Get to the bottom of the fifth here to see if Ralston defense can shut them down. This potentially could be the game at the end of this inning. So we'll be right back. Couple of changes in the field for Ralston. Elijah Hamill behind the plate. Colin Jankowski moves out to center, and Callan Smith takes over on the mound. Got to close it out here for Ralston. Bottom of the fifth. Raymond R. up to bat. 2 walks today. First pitch by Callan's inside, ball 1. So swing on that one for a foul ball, strike 1. 1 strike for Callan Smith. Here in the bottom of the fifth. Wide, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4. That's the 3rd walk for Raymond in this game. He's been walked. And the funny thing is, he's been walked by all 3 pitchers. So That's got to be some kind of record there. Wilson holding them on at first. Inside, ball. It's going to be Emmett H., who's 1 for 1 today. One pitch coming up for Emmett. Inside, ball 2. Throw by Elijah. Felix is there to snatch it up. Is able to make it there in time for stolen base. Ball number 2 by Callan Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here. Bottom of the 5th. It's going to be low, ball 3. Low inside, ball 4. Second walk in a row. But that gives him ample opportunity to pull some extra place. Plays at third, plays at first, and or Callan can strike him out. Bennett B is going to up the bat for column kill, 1 for 2 today. Inside, ball 1. Hold them on at second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a hit over to the stop. Charlie is going to field it for the first. Wide pitch by Felix. Almost a double play. But they're able to get the out at second. Nice try there. Just wasn't able to get that off in time. Pitch by Callan's going to be a strike 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Just inside, ball 1. So we got the 2-1. Runners at second and third, 1 down here for Callan. It's going to be inside. Number 2, 2-2 pitch. Michael in up the plate, 0 for 2 today. I believe 2 strikeouts for Mike. Raymond R at third, B at second for St. Columkill. The 2-2 pitch to Mike. It's going to be low, full count ball. Here's the full count pitch by Callan. Gonna be inside, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Ralston. Coach gonna come out and have a conversation with his pitcher. Base. So if we could see it, get it going here. Have a pitching change, bring in Felix Valavara. Place Callan Smith. Valavara in for Ralston. 1 down here. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 5th. Ball 1 for Valavara. Swing on by Russell. Foul for strike number 1. Russell's 1 for 1 today. Just outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Screamer right down the pipe there. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Valavara. 1 down here. Bottom of the 5th. Rams trying to get themselves out of this inning. Put a close on the game. It's going to be a hit over to the pitcher. It's going to ground it to send it over to Wilson. He's going to get the out at first, but a run does score. But that is 2 outs now for Ralston. Runner at second and third. So a 1-3. First pitch by Felix to Asher is going to be a strike. Asher 0 for 2 today. Elijah Hamill about threw it to second base on that one there. But Felix able to grab it up. Again, runners at second and third. That's going to be strike 2. Felix ahead in the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be a swing on pop-up to center field. Jankowski drops the ball. 2 runs will score on a drop ball in the outfield, and that's going to be a single there for Asher. One-handed catch attempt in the outfield, and the ball drops out. Hit his palm, but still 2 down here for Ralston. Good attempt, but Runner goes. Low, ball's low. Up now, Sam M. He's 0 for 2 today. It's going to be a hit back to Felix. Wilson goes to grab it with his glove and not his hand. The runner's able to make it easily. We have runners at the corners. Two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch by Felix low in the dirt. Graham P. up to bat for St. Columkill. 1 for 1 today. Sam takes second. Pitch over there. Goes into left center field. Collins able to field it up, but a run does come around to score. Two down here in the bottom of the fifth. Rams need to get the fielding a little bit better here. The runners at the corners. It's going to be a ball inside. Graham takes second. Going to be inside for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Jack W. 1 for 2 today for St. Columkill. 2 down, the bottom of the fifth. Just outside, 2 ball. Late release on that inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be a pop-up into right field. Callan's going to let it drop in front of him. 2 runs will score. A 2-run RBI double by Jack W. Ralston bringing in Razgorshek, try to close out the inning. 1 down is all they need to get out of the bottom of the fifth here. 6 runs scored on some pretty choice fielding by Ralston. Dropped outfield catch. One just dropped right in front of him. Missed opportunity at first. But Rams are up, and they don't give up. Like that. There goes Razgrashek. First pitch going to be a strike. Milo C is 0 for 3 today. Just high inside, ball 1.